Now, no, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama in his states meets the press, no. He was questioned. One of the key issues very common in all of those particular discourse was the issue about how the government is going to handle Galamsey. Now, Mahama can say, in some amount for say on declare national emergency. Now, it is all the Galamsey sites in be shutting off, you be closing it down effective immediately, you know. Mahama didn't be to just say those issues is and that particular directive, you know, using declaring a national emergency is not really going to do anything. Ultimately, you know, oh yes, I don't know what's your problem, no, but on solve it. We national security if you are, and as we a national emergency if you are, the people will still go back and do Galamsey. But he suggested, say, we call Australia. Australia is a country, almost so they are heavily into mining. They mine ore. Now we may share the trade war between US and also China. I say China for the whole world, the largest producer of rare earth magnets. And now rare earths no nyemibia your phones, your laptops, your bulbs, your TV, motherboard no and conductors no use rare earth. Rare earth no the into use rare earth they say rare earth no use sanya man the phone ya there it doesn't overheat. Also use still metal any never it can overheat. Aluminum it me overheat it me blow, but rare earth no it doesn't blow. Anything a bit when you use phone back about 10 years since I net components in a woman 80% rare earth materials. And to know John Dramani Mahama kase and to know sa trade war you cause you know Australia's force so about kase they will mine rare earth because common land is vast than China. Just that China almost started way back in the late 1970s. They started mining rare earth in the late 1970s. Logistics no, is there for them to mass produce and as a scale up. But then John Dramani Mahama kase sena Australia for mining gold or BBIB na see almost mining rare earths no. E ban is na oko Sydney, oko Melbourne, oko these cities Australia, you don't see bad water. In fact, oko Australia mu beach as a pure water. As a fish screen, it is transparent. All the water bodies and springs. Eban is saying, and Mahama Eddie Tuja said, it is because Australia have put in place things and strategies are the people mine and they protect the environment. Who grass and mining air cost will cronim. And Uti Mahama air party say, Obama Australia for Ababe Tichi, Ghana for more chrome how to mine among say your water bodies, no. That was one of the suggestions. But then mini pay our sheni air party say. And also I want to take on this particular issue. Young question video to us.
And so as I speak, we are organizing a trip for the Small Scale Miners Association to Australia. Australia has given us an invitation to bring them to come and see how small scale mining is done without destroying the environment. And so that's something we're going to take an advantage of. And the Gold Board is leading, and the Minister of Lands and Natural Resources are leading that charge. Only recently, our Minister for Lands and Natural Resources came back from Australia. And so we need to train these small-scale miners. The gold is a blessing that God gave us. It's a natural resource that God gave us to make life better for our people. It's just that the way and manner in which we are going about it is causing destruction to the environment. But it is a result of an increase in the gold price. And if you've read widely, you find that the same thing is happening in Peru. It's happening in several other countries because of the heightened gold price. And so for whatever little gold you're able to find, you get more money. Galamsey was not a problem when gold was $2,000 per ounce. But today, gold is pushing $3,600 per ounce. And because of the lack of jobs, jobless growth for several decades, there are a lot of young people who are coming out of school who have no job to work to do. And so for them, that is the only livelihood. And so we must not think just about chasing them all over the place without providing alternatives for them.
Hi. Your Excellency John Dramani Mahama, my man, me, I like you personally. But let's analyze what you just said. You said you want to send small-scale miners to Australia to go and learn responsible mining. First and foremost, it's a wrong idea. And there's a difference between small scale mining and illegal mining, because small scale miners are licensed and they are regulated. Let me give you a typical example. For one to drive a car, the person needs to have a license. If a driver with a license right now, without authorization to enter the seat of government, Flagstaff House, and with a full speed, they crash the gates of the Flagstaff House, what is going to happen? He's going to be shot, right or wrong? I'm right. Same way, a small scale miner with license, he has coordinates. So the moment he mines outside of his coordinates, he has committed a crime. He should be arrested. It's as simple as ABCD. You see, the terrain, the geology, and the practices of mining in Ghana is different from Australia. Because Australia have laws. When you disobey the law, you face the full consequences. That is why they have responsible mining. So if you truly want to train small scale miners, the question is, how many small scale miners are registered in Ghana? How many of them are you going to send to Australia to go and learn? That is a waste of the taxpayers' money. So instead, it is cheaper to fly experts from Australia to come to Ghana and teach small scale miners how to mine by going on the field, their concessions, with practicals and stuff, because that is where the real damage is happening. When you fly them to Australia, the miner who is going to teach them, everything is programmed. They know they cannot even go an inch outside of their concession because the law will deal with them. Because there they don't do NDC and NPP. There the law is the law. So with all due respect, Your Excellency, you don't learn responsible mining by sending a few miners on a plane to Australia. Responsible mining is best, will only happen in Ghana when you bring the experts to Ghana to come and teach them. Some of the things you said in the video, because I like you, I don't want to go into it. So you, for now, don't send anybody to Australia. Rather, import the experts from Australia to Ghana to come and teach them. Okay? Because the damage is happening in Ghana and not in Australia. Australia already has responsible mining. So it is where the damage is happening that you bring the experts to come and teach them that if this is your concession, if this is how you do it. Me, I like you. I don't want to say much. Cheers and happy Sunday. But bring the experts to Ghana. Don't send the miners to Australia. How many miners can you even send to Australia? That is the question you need to ask yourself. So, I like you. That's why I give you this advice for free. Members of Council of State, they can't think like me. They can't give you this advice. Me, I'm giving it to you for free. So hit to my advice and you see the results. Cheers. The name is happiness. You know me, I love you. You are my man. But when you are wrong, I will tell you. Just like I love my son, but when he's wrong, I will discipline him. So, you talk about Galamsey there, you know, try. But still, me, I like you. Cheers.
Okay, so in summer, yeah, Mr. Happiness, Edibetu Jano, no, and personally, he's right. You know, there's nothing wrong in if anything trying to educate, because one of the ways I bit me, to solve this particular